Very good evening and welcome to Berani Bersama Conversations with myself, Rashid Salleh. For those of you coming into our Facebook page for the first time, well, Berani Bersama is a campaign where we work hand in hand with celebrities and experts and influencers who have volunteered their time to share their knowledge, skills, and performances via social media to raise funds for the MERCY Malaysia COVID-19 Pandemic Fund. Now, how can you hashtag Berani Bersama? Well, like our Facebook, when we go live, which has started from the 1st of May 2020, choose from a variety of streams and videos of your interest and go to our Launch Good page, which is www.launchgood.com/Berani Bersama MY. Do make a pledge and make a donation towards the MERCY Malaysia's COVID-19 Pandemic Fund. I do note that all funds are directed directly into MERCY Malaysia via Launch Good's platform. So we do not authorize any individuals to collect donations on our behalf or on MERCY Malaysia's behalf. Right, let's get into the show right now. We've got a bevy of beautiful souls join me this evening, and I'm really looking forward to meet all of them. And of course, you, the audience, will be meeting them one by one. Let me just rattle off their names one by one and bring them in. Firstly, we have Amrita Soon. Hi, Amrita, welcome to the show.
Hi.
All the way from Subang, I hear.
Yep.
We've got one not too far away in Australia, Emina Ashman. Hi, Emina, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Another one I forgot to ask her what she was, but she's a doctor. She'll tell me. Dr. Kelly Siew. Hi, Kelly, how are you?
Hi everyone. I'm actually in Ara Damansara, so not so far away from Subang.
And finally, all the way up in Penang, DJ Stephanie Cass. How are you, Stephanie? How?
I'm good. How are you, Rashid?
Great. Now, this, by the way, I'm not really. Most people say, you get very scared when you're meeting so many ladies. Well, I just want to let you know that I actually have 5 sisters, so this is nothing. This is very, very, very.
So you're
normal
very comfortable.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's like 5 sisters and 4 brothers. So, and I'm in the middle. So peace out. That's very, very simple. Right now, let's go straight to the show then. So, Amrita, can you just tell the audience who you are? I mean, we know who you are, but tell the audience what you do.
I'm Amrita. I am a singer-songwriter. Yeah. So I write songs and sing. That's what I do.
All right. You see, that's the simplest explanation that one could have. Emina.
Hi, I'm Emina, and I'm an actor, poet, and writer. So I do a lot of poetry and self-devised performances and theatre shows.
All right. Thank you very much. Dr. Kelly.
Hi, my name is Kelly Siew. I am trained in medicine, but right now I'm focusing full-time doing music. So I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm also a vocal coach, and I am a part of the local female trio, Tiga Soul.
That's right. And finally, but not least, we've got by saying DJ Stephanie Cass, I'm not going to ask you what you do, but introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm DJ Stephanie Cass, and I used to work at Hard Rock for 5 years, and I was the resident DJ there. And yeah, currently I'm still a DJ, but I'm freelancing at the moment.
Are you talking about like Hard Rock in Penang?
Yeah, Hard Rock Penang. I was there for 5 years.
Hey, no, my time in Hard Rock was many moons ago. So I think you guys must have been in school or something. Anyway, right. Amrita, tell us a bit about because I heard one of the things that you did was you funded yourself all the way to the Tennessee. How did that come about?
Actually, hang on. There's some echo, so I can't hear myself think.
There's no echo here. It's all right.
Okay, I'll just take on one side. So I really like songwriting, and over in Nashville, there's this thing called like a songwriters workshop that happens every year. So I went a couple of times. The first time I went, I was like a teenager, so I didn't have a job yet. So how I got there is I did busking in Bukit Bintang and played a couple of shows. That's how I
Right.
got to Nashville. Yeah.
Why Nashville of all places?
It's kind of like the heart of country music and folk music, which is the kind of genre that I really love. I'm not sure if I write that genre, but I really enjoy listening to it. And people say that if you like songwriting a lot, like Nashville's a place to visit. So that's where I went.
Ah, so do you know the guys from like Umar from like Sons of Kites and Brendan the Cruise? They do
Yeah.
like folk scene. So yeah, birds of a feather. I tell you what, you guys are mad people. Anyway, right. Emina, like, so I've seen some of your stuff on. I wasn't stalking because I'm doing my research. Okay, just I better get it out of there. So you do a lot. You were doing poetry, and also you also crowdfunded a performance as well. Can you tell us a bit about that as well?
Yeah, I crowdfunded a performance that I wrote and produced and performed in last year. It was a two-hander of a play that I wrote. Took me about 5 years to really give birth to, and yeah, it was performed last July last year, and it was called Make Me a Kuri, and it was about a woman who desires to become an Islamic virgin of paradise to meet her husband in the afterlife.
Now that's not heavy at all. Okay.
It's it was pretty heavy, but it was quite a playful and provocative play, and it was very poetic, and it wasn't didactic or black and white in any way. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to leave that as is for now. Kelly, from being a doctor to a trio, and then once in a while you do your why jump, and why did you go into singing?
See, the thing is, I've been singing all my life. It's my parents' fault. I've been joining singing competitions since I was 7 years old, and like it just never stopped. Even I actually studied in Melbourne, by the way. So Amelia, I was in Melbourne for 10 years. I studied in the University of Melbourne, but during that time, I've always still performed. And even when I was working my residency in the hospitals and stuff, I mean, I don't hate that. I don't hate the job per se, but at the same time, my inside, my passion is dying. I needed to feel the musical side of me. So that's when I kind of decided to come back to KL and try full time. At first, I was thinking maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, but it's been almost 10 years.
Right. Did you ever sing to your patients?
I tried to separate the personas. Yeah.
Well, okay, all right. Seth,
Yes.
why DJing, and what triggered it?
Okay, so when I moved to KL when I was 18 to pursue, I was supposed to become a doctor like Kelly, but again, that didn't work from doctor to DJ. So when island girl, and you move to the big city, and there's like party scenes and all that. So I was a party girl, and I still am. And I don't know, the art of mixing, as when I'm so amazed when I see the DJ doing their thing, and it caught my attention as like, you know what, let me just pick it up and as a hobby, and I don't know where it'll lead me, but that was almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
So yeah, I really enjoyed DJing.
Because there's not many female DJs anyway, not just in Malaysia but around the world. There are lots of DJs, but there are very few DJs, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm from Penang. I'm the only one, I think.
Exactly. Well, I think you're the only one that I know from Penang and in Penang.
Yes.
At the moment, but it doesn't make you less capable. Amrita, what were your influences? Why folk music, and why did you go in that direction? And you could have done pop, you could have done rock. You've got the hair for it, and you could have done like anything else. But why that? Was it parents or?
I grew up listening to a lot of Simon and Garfunkel, Carpenters, and Fleetwood Mac, and the reason why I felt like I gravitated more to folk music was because I really like the lyrics, and like for folk and country, they kind of emphasize a lot on the lyrics and the story. So that's why I really like it.
Oh, okay. You're such an old soul. I mean, I grew up listening. I was quite young when I was listening to Fleetwood Mac and all that. Goes to show my age, but I enjoyed the Carpenters and bridge like a bridge over blah blah blah. Anyway, moving along, let's go to the other side. Amina, again, performancing is performancing. Oh my God, I can't believe oh my God, I'm an actor. I just said that. Performing is it takes a lot of work and a lot of mental preparations. Why? You mentioned about I think end of March. It was like celebrating your father's thing. Were your parents at the time very supportive of what you want to do? Because as usual, typical Asian parents, doesn't have to be anywhere in the world. The first thing is doctor, lawyer, whatever, accountant, and moving on. So it's something that's always stigmatized. You got education first, blah blah blah. So your thoughts on that?
In terms of how supportive my family have been, is that what you say?
Yes.
They've been incredibly supportive. My father initially, when he was still alive, really wanted me to do law. And what happened was I just auditioned for drama school, and I told him, I don't know if I'll get in. And then when I did get in, I kind of said, well, I have to go now. And so I really sort of made my mind up. And but he came around and he, helped me settle in and stuff like that. And my mum has been an incredible inspiration and influence, I guess, as well, because in her 20s, she was very much in the Malaysian dance theatre scene. So I was definitely, it's definitely in my genes, I'd say. And
okay.
I've always had that artistic stream in my family.
I'm not going to ask you your mum because, I'd be scared because I might know them. So that's going to be really, really scary. Okay. Kelly, you mentioned about the group that you sing with. Can you talk about them? Because I know them too.
Oh, you know all? Okay. So anyways, the story of Tiga Soul is that we used to perform with Joanne Kam for this Fatty Boom Boom, which is a show club. Then after that, myself, Sachi Amira and Alessia Dana, we decided we wanted to pursue and try to sing the songs that we really like, which is 90s R&B. So here is 90s R&B. So then after that, we tried to do a few shows together, and it just kind of grew to what we have today. We have a few originals, we perform, and we do a lot of covers together. So it's more like a sisterhood kind of thing.
Right.
One Malaysia sisterhood.
Yeah, I know, because you got all very distinct voices as well. Yes. Because I've had the pleasure of performing with Alicia years back for a charity thing. I tried to sing, but never mind. Didn't work. Character singing is really good. Steph,
Yes.
I was going to ask you this question. Yes. So, did you have a lot of, with DJing, it's very, the guys are always there, whenever a female DJ comes in, in fact, with anything, except for singing, of course, you have this macho guy going, hey, why can you DJ or not? Did you have that kind of a barrier every time you went to a club or a bar or a place that you did?
Okay, so usually the DJ deck is far from the crowd, right? But where I was at Hard Rock in the cafe, the crowd is right next to me and there was no barrier or anything. So I get that a lot when people come up for requests or anything, and some can get a bit too touchy and, a bit too close. But at the end of the day, it's, you got to stand your ground and say, this is too much. And, that's just how it is.
I mean, you guys look so serious. Come on, guys. Break out into a smile at least for once. Amrita's like, somebody's going to eat me alive. No, don't worry. No one's going to eat you alive. We're on live, so we're fine. Okay. So chill, Amrita. Look, she looks like somebody is going to eat her up.
I think people can ask this question also. So
yes.
If anyone has any questions,
don't be shy. Let's share all this. It's a community. At the end of the day, are you looking forward to your performance, Amrita?
Yes.
There's a slight nervous audio coming out your lips at the moment. Yes. So what can we expect from you for your performances?
I'll be playing a cover song and also a song that I wrote.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll be playing and singing. Yeah.
What kind of music? How did you choose it?
How I chose the songs. I went by what I felt like playing and how many songs could fit in the time. So that's how I picked.
It's like you didn't have a theme or that you wanted to explain to people why you played.
The theme was like more like chill and relaxed music. Yeah, that's the theme.
And who's your biggest fan?
Probably my mom.
Is she like watching you right now?
I don't know actually, but she's the first one who would comment on my like any post.
Okay, all right. That means I know that she's not around at the moment, because if she is, she would have been the first one to comment on our post as well. Let me know if she does. Emina, how is it performing in because you hear about TV and film and people shooting in Australia, but theatre and performance based in Australia, how is it? How hard and you went to performing school or it's theatre school?
Yeah, it's always tricky. I think it's always a challenge to book work. I've only sort of been in theatre shows because I haven't booked any film or TV. That hasn't been my path. And so as a result, I try to generate as much as I can. So when I don't have a job for me, I'm still constantly working on my own work, my own poetry, my own self-devised performances that come from poetry. So I'm always creating, and that kind of gets me going. But the industry is always changing, and I think right now there is a bit more of a demand for people of color, people of different backgrounds, and as a result of that, I think I'm being looked at a bit more, and the opportunities are coming to me as well. So yeah.
As long as you're sticking to it and then keeping your head up and being positive, right?
Definitely, yeah.
All right. Kelly, you performed last night. How was it, and what did it feel like having to, do? I will ask this for a lot of you, but probably not so much Steph, but in front of without an audience, having a physical audience in front of you.
Yeah, the whole live stream thing. Actually, the thing is, I think I'm getting very, very seasoned in this. We are in our 8 weeks, going to 9. I've been going live since the first weekend. So, every time you go on, it's still really weird because you don't know who's actually watching. I mean, you kind of know of the comments, but some people just don't comment, so you don't really know who's there. So you post and you don't know what's going to happen. And as a result, people around me as well, not just me, everyone gets really nervous streaming, not even just singing or talking. I don't know whether you guys have the same experience as well, but it's just somehow much more nerve-wracking than actually performing on stage.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, because you're scared that you get there's a lagging, and then you're singing and you're going blah blah blah, and then everyone gets right.
It is still live. I mean, when you sing on stage, it's live as well. You are prone to maybe make some mistakes, but then towards the screen, I think one thing that it's there. It's on the internet.
Yeah, and you can't get rid of that. Don't make Amrita more nervous than she already is.
I actually watched your live stream. It was really nice.
Yeah,
I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, but
I watched
saw a
Stephanie
few
as well.
Thanks.
Okay, Steph. Okay, I'm going to confess. The boys. If you don't know the guys, the boys at White Noise.
Okay.
They're really good. I mean,
they are.
I've been listening to them like almost, I think, every night. It's really sad.
Actually, one of them, Ramsey, is a friend of mine. He's actually from Penang as well.
Ramsey Westwood. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I know his cousin. older Julian Keyworth. So it's like very small world.
Yeah.
So, but no difference whether you're DJing in front of an audience or virtually.
What I discovered is that when I used to perform like live in front of real audience, I first of all, I have stage fright, right? So it's
Right.
hard for me to like use the mic and MC at the same time when DJing. So when I started like live streaming my DJ set, I find myself being able to communicate with the audience more, knowing that there's still people out there, but
Right.
it kind of like boosts my, how would I say, the word,
Morale?
yeah, not just morale, confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah, confidence. Yeah.
Mm.
So that helps.
Okay. Girls, well, rather ladies. I kept saying girls because you're like,
I'm
talking to
okay saying
it's like
girls.
talking to my sisters. Oh goodness gracious! Right, it's like, oh dear, when am I going back home again? No, what do you guys what do you look forward to? Especially, this is for a good cause. But what's in your mentally? How do you prepare for these kind of things in terms of, I know you're performing, Amrita, but in your head, how do you prepare before performances? Because for me, I actually retch before I go on stage, before I go and do anything. Yeah, you can hear me retching. You can ask all the guys at Instant Cafe Theatre. I'm like retching before I go.
Wow, but
I
you're
really
doing
do
it
retch.
all day, every day now.
Yeah, I know. No, not on this one is different. This
Okay. On stage.
this is fun. Yeah. This is nothing. So, what kind of ritual do you go through, Amrita?
Normally, I would, like, if it's a real show where there's people, I normally don't plan my set list until I get there and kind of have a feel of like the vibe of the room and stuff. But because it's live stream, you can't really tell what the vibe of like people's living rooms or rooms are. How I prepare is like I try to choose songs that would make people feel something, like feel happy or feel any feelings.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how I get ready.
So that'll be much easier because you not able to see the crowd this time.
Yeah, but actually I'm more nervous about like the in between songs, like when it comes to talking and like introducing songs, that's when I'm most nervous. Like playing is not so bad.
Yes, I know, because you're in your own world after that, and then you're just concentrating on your own performance. Mina, getting ready to get on stage. I know what that feels like from my side. What about you?
Yeah, I think, doing the vocal and the physical warm-ups. I also do that before some poetry sets. Not all the time, because when I do open mic, you don't really have room or time to do that. But for this performance that I'm sharing, because I did a pre-recording, and so I listen to a lot of music beforehand. I dance a lot, put crystals out, and burn some incense. Sometimes do some meditation just to really calm me down and just trust that I've done the work, and it's more about letting it go and just trusting that I don't have to hold on so tight and make room for mistakes and for whatever happens after.
Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Kelly, obviously, when you're with the trio, a lot of things happen between the three of you. I can imagine what goes on, especially Elisa. Like, pa, 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 pa. But when you're doing it alone, how do you prepare?
It really comes down to what kind of theme and what kind of performance it is. I like to assign myself a theme for the week. For example, like rock or 90s or something like that. Then you just get into that space, maybe an hour. Actually, since the beginning of the day, I will be stressing out about my performance. I will be honest. But just keep going through the set and keep going through what you're going to sing and try to make it as a cohesive performance. I think that will help me to put together a nice performance.
Okay. So you very methodical, just like a doctor.
Yeah, I still have that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Steph. So like you say, how do you get your sets done?
So usually I'll prepare my playlist and I kind of go with what I feel like if that music gives me good vibes or because at the end of the day when I play during my DJ set, I just want to spread good energy, you know, good vibes. And at the same time, like when you are DJing, you just gotta feel the crowd, you know, see like what kind of vibe are they in, and you know, just go from there.
Okay, but this time it's going to be a virtual crowd. So
Yeah.
how relaxed will you be?
At the end of the day, we are not that relaxed because because we know that somebody is watching, and you know, we just want the crowd to like communicate with us through the comments, and you know, usually I get like, hey, what are you guys doing? Like, are you guys having fun? You guys dancing? And just it's like, yeah, we are dancing and we can't type right now. It's like, okay, good.
Okay, I've pretty much asked almost all of you. Amina, what kind of what will the audience expect from you in terms of what's the theme of your performance?
The theme of my performance.
Of your poetry and your the work for when you do come on. For
I think they'll experience a lot of my reflections on what home is to me, what family is to me, what my heritage is to me. Yeah, so there'll be a lot of these very florally, flowery kind of gentle poems. I'd say I really wanted to stay in this state of ease, I guess, and I really wanted to bring a bit more of an uplifting vibration with my materials. I really stuck to imagery that's more focused on beauty and inspiration and harmony and healing, and yeah, so that's the kind of vibe that I'm going for, and hopefully people will experience from me.
Ah, okay, beautiful. Right, it won't concern you so much, Amina, because obviously Australia has different sets of rules when it comes to the lockdown. Amrita, what's the first thing you do? We're going to be, you know, this whole loosening of the CMO, MCO rather, it's now extended to the 9th of June. What's the first thing you want to do when we are allowed to go out there and really do let loose? What is the first thing or the first place that you're going to do?
Honestly, I think I would be scared to leave the house after so long. But I think, well, actually, like besides singing and performing, I actually teach ice skating. So I think the first thing I do would probably get back on the ice.
Sunway Pyramid.
Nice.
No, Empire City.
Empire City. Oh yes,
Yeah.
I forgot
That
Empire
one's
City
fun.
has. Yes. Okay. That's right. I forgot there's one there. So you also ice skate as well. Do you play in a team or you like to?
I don't do hockey, but I do figure. Yeah.
Figure skating. All right. There we go. Another thing. Kelly.
Yes. I've been the one cooking at home every single day. So I'm just going to go to a really nice restaurant, maybe like Japanese food, and just enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, you know, Steph, there's so much food in Penang. That's the first thing I would do. I know where I'll go. So what's the first thing you want to do? You want to go for food or you want to go do something else?
I mean, for a Penang night, I can have that every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I think I would just drive myself down to KL, party, probably. I miss all that.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't think the nightclubs are going to be open so soon, seriously.
Yeah, I think so too.
No, we're just imagining everything is open.
Okay,
That's
okay,
what I
okay.
mean.
That's
Imagine
fine.
everything is open.
Oh yeah, I'm the first to hit the club.
What's the case in Melbourne, Amina? How has it been? How's the government taken it, and how has, more important, the citizens taken this lockdown in Australia? That's why I'm like hashtag, because you just had a massive bushfire all over Australia, and then suddenly there's COVID-19.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, I think now or as of tomorrow, we're allowed to have 5 people over for a dinner. I think like maximum 5 people. So there have been a lax, I guess, in the restrictions.
Mm.
But we're still able to go out and exercise. So there's been people still walking around, going to parks and things like that.
Mm.
But the city and where I live anyway, it's very quiet. It's just strange to just not see any cars on the highway, especially for those first few weeks. Just
Yeah, and
that
trams
everyone-
and everything, right?
Oh,
And
the
the
trams
trams.
the trams are still running. They're just
Right.
no one would
No
be
one.
in there. And I live near a train station as well, so you just see this empty train just passing. Yeah, but there was something quite beautiful as well about the lack of noise that we're experiencing, and everyone's really taking in the scenery and nature. Everyone's putting up beautiful photos of their walks and things like that, and a lot of people are finding time to pursue their creative hobbies. So I've got so many friends that aren't necessarily considered as creatives, but they're writing, they're dancing, and they're drawing. Yeah, it's really inspirational.
Ah, okay. And the wonderful thing about here is like, it was so nice to see the rivers clean. Like Malacca River was really clean. The air was clear. There was hardly any pollution. Like literally, at night you could hear, and for me it was like being able to hear the crickets. I mean, not the crickets, the frogs actually, and the bullfrogs, and the noise of the jungle, because I live quite near a jungle, and it was nice. And now that everyone's back at work, it's like well, not everyone, but there's so many cars on the road, and like it's not even but I still tend to stay home anyway. But guys, apart from Kelly, I've got really looking forward to for you guys your performances. Please, any last words for, especially during this Berani Bersama, this charity that we're doing. Last words from Amrita.
It would be awesome if you guys could support the charity. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just if you can contribute what you can, that'd be great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Emina?
Yeah, I think it would be great if you could donate as well. I think there's different tiers of what you can donate. And yeah, even if looking at the website, MERCY Malaysia's COVID-19 Pandemic Fund, it's a really comprehensive list, and there's information there about where everything's allocated. And I think it's great being able to see all the wonderful work and where the money's going. That just gives me hope when I look at certain diagrams, and it's worth checking out as well. All
right. Dr. Kelly.
What the above ladies say. Sorry, now it's just me, so I have to do that. So once again, thank you very much, Berani Bersama, for doing your great work. We want to thank all the frontliners for looking after us this pandemic, as well as people who are keeping us safe so that we can stay at home. And for everybody who are staying at home, please stay safe, and also remember to practice social distancing if you have to go out.
Yeah.
Yes, true. And Steph?
So Berani Bersama is such a great initiative, not just for us performers to, showcase our talents and stuff and entertain you guys at home. So we really do hope that you guys stay home and stay safe, even after the MCO. Take your time. Don't go out and party like me. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I'll try not to. But it'll be great for you guys to, where should I point here? Here. Here. Yeah. Go donate. A little goes a long way.
See, Amrita's like, I'm not going out now. She's coming down to KL. It's going to be, girl, everything's going to break loose. But ladies, thank you very much for joining me on Berani Bersama Conversations. Do watch the performances for Kelly as well, because she's already been on. Watch the replay. You definitely enjoy yourselves. Yes. So thank you very much from all of us here at Berani Bersama Conversations. Thank you. Good evening, and have a good show, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Rashid.